Good afternoon. Um, Many of you may not even know me. My name is Armando Reynoso. I study in the School of Business in the University of the Iberoamericana, so UNIBE. I come forth to speak to you about leadership today. Leadership in general, everything, the who's, abouts, don'ts, what's, who's. So here goes nothing. I would like to start with the definition of leadership. Many people think they know what leadership is, when in reality it's a conspiracy theory. People think they know, but they rarely don't. What happens with leadership is that it's the act of leading without leading, or the leading of a group or organization into success. Now, when we say leading to success, or we say leading without leading, what do I mean? How do we lead without leading? In theory, it's impossible. No, what it really means is do what you love and see who follows or who doesn't follow. Because who doesn't follow is it's not a fail. It's actually kind of a success. Because leading doesn't mean you targeting a specific group of people and just attacking them until they want to follow you. It's just doing what you love and seeing if people follow. Just people want to be a part of that action or take place in whatever you're doing. Now, the act of leading a group or an organization, of course, it's important because when you're leading, you want a public to be following you. The act of leading has to have a public behind you. Now, the size of that public, that's a different question. The size can be from anywhere from even one person to infinite. So any amount of people following you is still an act of leadership. So it doesn't matter if you have one person following you. As long as you have somebody that believes in what you believe in, you're leading. Next, talks about some leadership traits. So nowadays people think, oh, yeah, I'm a leader. I have that trait in myself. I can be called a leader. When really they don't. To be a leader, you have to be enthusiastic. You have to have a bold character, respective character. You have to have dominance in your blood. Now, what does this mean? You don't want to be dominant in the fact that, wow, everything anyone and everyone tells you, you're going to go against because you have your own theory. No. The act of leading is important for you to understand that you have to take in ideas. You have to take out, put in, from here, from there. So towards the end of your leadership career or your leadership regimen, people will really believe what you did, because if you start leading with such a strong character and towards the end you just get soft, it doesn't make any sense. You're supposed to keep a bold character from the beginning to the end, so people can believe and understand that you really do care about what you're doing. You really do care about them. Every individual follower that is talking to you or is following you, it feels important. You want to make them feel important. Understand that because of what you're telling them, it has a reason for its existence, and it has its do's and don'ts. So when you're trying to be a leader, you do not want to be too bold, but you want to be bold. You want people to understand that what you're saying has a theory. What you're saying has meaning. Everything you're doing and you're saying, it's for a reason, not just because or just because you just feel so. For our next, I would like to pose a question. Are leaders born? This is a great question. Many people ask, are they really born? Are leaders created? How does it work? So here's how it is. Leaders, in theory, are not born. They are made. Leaders are thought to be people that from the age of whenever they're born to the age that they currently have, or whatever, any age, just do what they love. Again, referring back to the definition, they just lead without leading. They can't be born, because a person that's not born can't have a theory or can't have a love, a passion for something. They can't tell you. A baby can't tell you, I like quantum physics. It's physically impossible. So leadership develops through the livelihood of the person. Myself, I can't tell you that, I'm a leader because I like babies. I have a passion for babies. I mean, you're trying to create a passion. You're trying to show people you have a passion for children. It's a great thing, but it doesn't make you a leader in that aspect, because I haven't done anything to be a leader. I've just told you something. Now, leaders have to show actions, put time, help people develop the idea that they're trying to pursue or trying to persuade into others. Next, examples of leaders. In our day-to-day lives, there are tons of people that can be referred to as leaders, as actual people that are trying to do some good in this world while keeping it cool, while not overdoing it to per se. Some examples of this are Pope Francis. Pope Francis is our current pope of right now, of our generation, and this man has showed crazy amounts of leadership because he does what he loves and he's doing it for a cause, and he's showing people that through this way good things can come out. Not only good things can come out, but ideas can be formulated and theories can be proven by doing good and helping others and helping them understand that life is worth living minute by minute, time by time, second by second. Okay, another good example of leadership is Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter was a baseball player, or is currently a baseball player, for the New York Yankees. This man has been one of their all-star players for such a long time. He's been such a good player. He's had his skills from day one, and currently he's the captain, and he has his own little teams around the United States and other different countries. And this man has developed his passion. He showed the world that his passion was to play baseball, and through that passion, he has created everything he now knows, which is showing others that baseball is not just a sport. It's a style. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of being. Angelina Jolie. So this woman has currently we've seen that she had the breakup with Brad Pitt. It's true that leaders don't want to show that they're breaking apart. It's true. But she's always been a humanitarian. She is a woman that can and indeed has gotten pregnant. But what she does is since the word humanitarian, as I just said, came into the factor, she adopts. She takes in kids of that parents left them for grants or left them in a home, and she adopts them and makes them their own and shows them love and compassion, and through that she's become a super leader. She's shown others that not just because you can have kids, you have to have kids. You can just adopt a kid and give a life that's already been born in this world hope and give it love and give it compassion. So much respect to Angelina. Jacob Barnett. This name is actually, from this list, is the most unknown or unheard of. But Jacob Barnett is right now currently an 18-year-old kid, but was a kid who was born with autism. And through this autism, all he saw was life, thinking at every moment and every step of the way. He said, he has a theory which said, stop learning, start thinking. Leaders sometimes think they're leaders because they're learning, they're doing big things, they're getting good grades, they're feeling important, which in reality it's not true. To be a leader, you have to think, you have to know, you have to find your passion and show to others that is your passion and that you really do love what you're doing. And that's exactly what Jacob Barnett did. He, at the age of 12, he was accepted into this university. He studies astrophysics, and through astrophysics, he's developed tons of theories and tons of conspiracy theories in reality, and he's proven different theories like the Albert Einstein rule of shapes. So it's really actually impressive. So the next one is, when does leadership take place? Well, I mean, we could say that leadership takes place in many different occasions, especially when we see president speeches. When we see a presidency speech, we see a person speaking to millions, trying to help them understand or believe in what they're believing in, or tell you what they want to do with a country or an idea to make it a reality. Now, it's an act of leadership because they're speaking to millions, and millions of people are actually, like saying, wow, this person is actually, he's relating to me, he's doing what I want him to do, he's trying to look in the big picture, he's not just trying to close my mind to thinking one little thing, he's opening it up to many ideas and trying to help my country. So yeah, it's an act of leadership. That's a good example. Another good example is when we see teams, when we see a coach, a captain, speak to the team of baseball players, of soccer players, of basketball players, of any type of sport. They're trying to lead you to win. It's great leadership. They're trying to show you, tell you the tactics, tell you what you have to do so that you can come up victorious. Now, do you always come out victorious? No. But leadership doesn't always mean you're going to come out on top. It just means people believe in what you're saying and are trying to do what you think is right. do I consider myself a leader? The fact of the matter is that I don't consider myself a leader, at least not yet. Do I want to be a leader? Probably. But do I have a group of people following me and believing in what I believe in? I mean, I'm still young. I'm only 19 years old, so I can't tell you that people are thinking the same way as I am, or I've incurred into somebody an idea that I have. So leadership in my life, I have my own leaders that I look up to, but I don't have anyone, or myself, I can't say myself as a person, I'm a leader yet. But in reality, it's up there in my list of goals. So thank you very much. That is leadership, and I would like you to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.